anyway, so going to the store and picking out your foundation or going in somewhere and having someone else pick it out for you, even though a lot of people that work at Sephora and Ulta and also just like the beauty counters are trained, not all of them are, at least not in the way that you would hope or that you would think. So I can't speak for Sephora, but for some others I do know. Now, if you go to somewhere like Macy's or Dillard, somewhere like that, like a department store, and go to one of the counters, I can tell you for sure, Clinique, very well trained. Estee Lauder, Lancome, Elizabeth Arden, I know all of those ladies go to trainings for things like this. So it's going to be a pretty good, you're going to have, I know for sure, a good chance going somewhere like that and getting your makeup, your foundation matched. But a couple things that you want to stop doing right now, if you're doing, do not match on your wrist. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I burn myself cooking. That's why I don't cook. You see this? And like, yeah, I have other makeup on, but like, no, that's not the same color. Stop matching that. Also, the color of your veins. No. No, that's not going to tell you your undertone. It's not 100% at least. So, I mean, it can maybe work sometimes, but for the majority of the time, it's not going to actually tell you. Because if you can read the color, if you're like, hey, this is the color that my vein is, it's blue or it's green or whatever. If you can see that color, then you can see the color of your face, period. Not everybody is a cool or a warm. Some are more neutral. But what really matters is that the color matches your skin. So you don't have to go in and be like, oh, I really need a warm tone, or, oh, I really need a cool tone. Go in and look for the color that looks like your face. That's really number one. Now, knowing cool or warm can definitely help. I mean, it's there. It's a thing for a reason, but it's not everything. And you don't have to know it in order to go and make an informed decision on what foundation to use, period. Like, you just don't need to know that. It's not some kind of like science or wizardry. It's probably kind of like science, but whatever. So if you're going to go pick out a foundation, you want to do a couple different things. Go somewhere like Ulta, Sephora, or a department store counter, and one, try it on, and two, take home at least one sample. They will give you samples. You just have to ask and they will give it to you. I mean, my personal experience is maybe don't spend like 2 hours with someone and then just ask for samples. You can do that and they will do that, especially if it's like slow or it's like a weekday. Absolutely. But if it's on a weekend and you spend a lot of time and then they don't make a sale, that is how they make their money. And even if you don't make a lot of commission, you could have been helping other customers that whole time. So just kind of ask them like, hey, do you have time? But if you're just wanting to be foundation matched, it shouldn't really take that long. So the first one to try it on. So you're not going to try it on your wrist. You're not going to try it like really like on your neck or like your chest. You're not going to do any of that. Like, promise me. Can you do that? Can you promise me? Thank you. Okay. Anyway, you are going to try it if you can only do one spot. You're going to go right here, your cheek to your jawline. And you're like, okay, if I go out in public and I won't go out without makeup on, how am I going to tell? I'm just going to put it on top of my makeup? No, you're not going to do that. First off, you're going to take your makeup off. At least like just like a little part of it. It's not like they're not going to leave you looking crazy. After you do this, they're going to like touch it up and put some powder on or whatever that you need them to do to like leave without like a big like blob, you know. So you want to do that. While you're talking about choosing a foundation, it's not just the color that matters though. There's a lot more that goes into your foundation. You're going to want to know, is it oil free? You know, really, you're going to want to know your skin type. You're going to want to know, are you oily? Are you more dry? And if you're dry, are you like tight? Are you like, flaky? That matters. If you have certain concerns, if you have like age spots or acne, if you have large pores or really anything that you can think of. Think about your skin and then think about what you want from your foundation. The coverage, that's number one. You know, you're going to want to know I don't know if it's number one, but that's the first thing I'm saying. So one, you're going to want to know about your coverage, how much coverage. That means like how heavy your makeup is, how much is going to cover up. You want to know what you're kind of looking for with that. If you just want something really light, you know, you may want to do like a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream or something. If you just want something to kind of like even you out just like a little tiny bit, something lightweight, that's great. You know, if you have other concerns like acne, you know, you may want to find a foundation that has salicylic acid in it. That's possible. That's a thing that people carry. And it usually has good coverage and is also normally oil wicking, which means it helps get rid of the oil on your face, because that's normally a big issue with acne. So, yeah. So coverage, skin type, you know, look for, ask the person that you're there, that, you know, that's working there. Like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. What do I need? And they're going to show you a lot of different options. You can also Google it before you go in. I mean, you have a smartphone. Read reviews, watch beauty gurus that you trust to tell you what you want, what you need. You know, that's something that I always did for years and years before I learned myself, was I would always watch X Sparkage. And if she wasn't buying it, not necessarily foundation because we had different skin, but if she wasn't buying it or she bought it and didn't like it, like I trusted that, because she was right. Like pretty much always. So go in, tell them what you need, let them know, you know, I want something lightweight, or I want something that's going to make sure it's going to stay on all day because I'm oily, or I'm really dry and foundation makes me look patchy, or just like doesn't feel good. You know, let them know those things. And then once you know that, then you can say, okay, I think this is the right foundation for you, but now let's find out the color. So, another really good way to do that is if you have them, I'm going to go ahead and just do this. If you have them put it on your hand, this is the only time I want you to put this on your hand. I don't want you putting this on your hand any other time. This is not for color matching. This is to see how you like the consistency. So I have three different ones here. Actually, it's actually two of the same foundation of different colors and then one totally different. So I have three little dots there, and you're just going to want to like rub it in and then kind of feel it like this. And that'll give you an idea of if it's lightweight, if it's not. I would do one at a time, but this is just to show you. So that's one kind, and then this is the other kind. And it feels totally different. And also you're like, oh, that matches you better, but just wait till we get to my face because it doesn't. So yeah, you're just going to want to like rub those in and kind of see how they feel, because that's going to be on your face all day. So you're going to want to know if it feels good or not. I digress. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my hand because I'm going to do that again. So you go into a somewhere beauty counter and you're wanting to match your foundation. They're going to have some kind of remover. I'm going to use Neutrogena wipes because I don't have any of my Clinique stuff right now. Whatever. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to get closer. Oh, those are my pants. Okay. So I'm literally just going to take off a good section. And you see, it's like, oh, you can't really 100% tell. It's because I have on the right color foundation, which is important. It's red because of my face isn't like Neutrogena. It's just literally what I have in my hand. So that's like a pretty good amount. I'm going to give it a second. I'm going to go ahead and take off another area. That way, you know, if you have a lot of discoloration, you know, you may want to go with, you know, hey, this is the lightest part of my face. This is the darkest part of my face. I need to kind of see what one foundation, if that's what you end up doing, you don't have to, but what one foundation can work for everything. So you're going to want to take makeup off on those spots. But I am a big fan of doing it on the nose too, kind of on the side. So you can see this here, and it's more prominent because I have more concealer and things like that. And you can see my freckles. Okay, so this is, I'm doing this in full light because I thought that would be better, but it's kind of hard because the sun's starting to kind of be like, eh. We're going to do our best. This is my favorite foundation that I use all the time. This is Clinique Stay Matte. I've shown you guys before. And this is in 02 Alabaster, which is the current all over my face right now. And then I also have O2 or O9 Neutral. That's my summer color. And like I told Meredith, my very favorite thing to do is to have at least, you know, like 2 colors, one darker, one lighter. And then in the summer, I'm only using this. And then as it starts getting cooler, I start losing color. I add a little bit of this in there. And then I add more and more of the light as time gets on and less of the dark until now I'm at full pale and I only wear the pale. And then as spring comes, I start adding a little bit of this in. So you always have a custom shade. So yeah, so you're going to want to take, whatever color, you know, maybe have them pick it out, or you can pick it out, and you're going to put it, oh no, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. Okay. So you're going to want to do that. And you don't want like a ton. So those are really the 2 main ones. And then you want to let it set. Usually I do 3. I did go ahead and bring this one out, but I'm just not going to because it's a different consistency, which literally changes everything. That seems silly, but it's not. So as you see, this one is getting darker. This one really hasn't changed a whole lot, but I'm going to go ahead and let it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and then you're going to want to blend it. There's more of this one. But you're going to want to blend it, and you're going to want to blend it down. Okay, so it's really hard to tell here, and I'm saying that now. But I can see it here. This, I can see this color still. This, I'm not seeing. I don't know if that's really... I'm not sure if that's showing up super well for you. I may have to film a whole new video at a whole other time. Basically, I'm just going to blend that all together. Yeah. That didn't work. Okay, well, the whole point of this, maybe you don't have to see it to believe it. I don't know. This is not going the way I wanted it to. That's makeup though. So, but the whole point is that you want to try at least 2, I usually do 3 colors on the jawline. Maybe it'll work better here, actually. And then let them breathe for a second, because that's going to show you, yeah, oh yeah, see, it's not so bad. So you want to kind of put it on kind of thick so you can really see the color, and then let it set. It oxidizes, which means it, when the air hits it, a lot of shades will change colors and will get darker. So as you see, oh, I'm so glad I did this part. So you can still see my skin there, and this color here, those are not even close to the same. See my skin? That's much darker. And then I'll just take it off on this one. Okay, and while I'm doing this, I'm just going to tell you. So, like, if a lot of people are kind of worried about doing, see, I'm almost out. I need to come see Jan at Clinique in Owensboro. It's my lady. But a lot of people are like, well, I really want it to match my neck, or I really want, you know, I have different colors. If that's true, like, because right now I am very pale, as you see. I'm still going to use the color that looks like my skin. Like, it's not looking like my makeup right now. It's looking like my skin. That's the point. So you see here, you can see like how much darker that is. And this is going to blend in actually with my skin itself. And then if you want to warm it up, you can use your, you know, you put your powder on, then you put your bronzer, give it just like a nice little like soft thing, soft touch all over. And then number one, match your face. Then here down, This is going to be lighter. That's just what faces do. That's just what skin does. So take your fluffy brush. I just have a pen here. But, because 90s, hello. So you're going to take your fluffy brush and your powder and your bronzer, and you're just going to really lightly, and then you're going to blend around the jawline. So it kind of blend, and then you're going to kind of blend up. So then everything just kind of flows. It makes a huge difference, I swear. Because as you can see, no lines. Now my chest is darker, is lighter, but I kind of blend it all the way. I do kind of blend it down, so it's a lot more. But I would rather have my skin color on my face match my foundation and then work with the rest. Because if you have the wrong color foundation, there is not a thing you can do with it. Yeah, hopefully that will help you pick your correct foundation. And I will link to my blog post, which talks about your foundations also. Yeah, so if you have questions, because I didn't really plan this, I literally just did my makeup and I was like, I'm gonna do a video, and I set it up. You probably have questions because I'm everywhere. If you do, ask me and I will answer them. And if you want to call me when you go into a makeup store and help you pick out your makeup, I will FaceTime you if I can. I have bad signal, but I will do whatever you need. Or if you want to send me pictures of your little lines and have me help you pick out the right color, I got you. Just let me know. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Love you. Bye.